From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us and by us. Of course, I'm referring to Rick, a.k.a. the Round Python, Ben, a.k.a. Mexican Nostradamus, and myself, Benjamin, here for another wonderful episode. And we are now in the year 2021, the first episode of this brand new year. So far, so whatever. It's kind of the same. We're still in that, it's like when the 1988, 89, and then it gets to 90. You're not really in the 90s yet until you get into like 2002. I feel like we're not going to shake this 2020 shit, maybe ever, but at least not for several months. We're still riding that wave, but some stuff. It's already got some good news, some things. Matter of fact, just as of tonight, they're counting votes right now in the great state of Georgia. We're waiting to see what happens with that. So I think we'll lead off with that as our first topic, because that's the most pressing. That's the biggest news or the biggest story right now as we speak. So who wants to kick it off? We could go either way on this one. Obviously, this is going to be divisive with the two fellas.
No. We can agree that they're not letting in, credentialed monitors.
You know what? I can't wait.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Fucking wait. I can't wait for the fucking Republicans to win this one. I cannot wait because they're going to win.
How do you know they're going to win? I don't think so, man.
They are. Both those Republican senators are going to win. And then I want to hear all these fucking asshats talk about how now this isn't fixed, but everything else was. They're going to win.
How do you know they're going to win? It's razor thin, man.
They're going to win substantially.
There will be fraud.
No, for the Republicans, yeah. Because that's who's going to win substantially. Okay, mark my words. The Republicans win. We'll know by probably Monday. But for sure, the Republicans are going to win.
Can you 100%. Believe that it's going to take days to count votes, dude? Like countries do this shit.
Because the Republicans are going to cheat to win.
They're not going to. They have never cheated, man.
How much do I bet? How much do I bet the Republicans win? I'll bet money right now.
All right, dude. Let's do it.
$5.
Is this
$5? All right.
I feel like we're cheapening your Nostradamus, like Mexican Nostradamus predictions.
No.
I mean, he's
I feel this one.
Okay.
I feel this
so
one. I think it's $5.
$5. I mean, we could be like trading places. We can, wager a dollar to ruin Benjamin's life.
These are gentlemen.
Hey, why is it got to be me, man? I'm out of this one.
But when the Republicans win, right? I want you to just shut the fuck up, because guess what? Did all of a sudden, Georgia didn't cheat, just like the other 20 states that Trump won didn't cheat either. It just. At some point, everyone has to just take a step back. Georgia is a Republican state. The only way that Warnock and what's his name? Ossoff was going to win. Yeah, something with O. Only way they're going to win is if every single minority in that state, primarily black voters, came and voted. And they did. You can't do that. It's impossible.
Unless there's fraud in Fulton County where Atlanta is.
Dude, that Fulton County, this has already been counted. It's done. They're up. What's her name's up by 60. Satan's wife's up by 60, and the Antichrist looking motherfucker, he's up by 90,000 votes. It's over.
It's up until they pull up those little briefcases running the table and start counting them.
I cannot fucking wait for them to win. And then you know what you're gonna say?
What?
Well, that was a fair election.
Well, everybody was looking at it. People were monitoring it.
No, dude, it's just ridiculous. I just can't wait for them to win, so then people can just shut the fuck up, and we can just get this inauguration going, and we can get this whole cycle started back up again. Because I'm so tired of these fucking Republican bitches screaming and crying about nothing. He lost. The system, is it broken? Yeah, no shit. But everybody cheated. It's just who cheated the most or who cheated the less. It all evens out.
So Biden cheated the most? Is that what you're saying?
No. It evens out because Trump cheated too.
How?
Everybody cheats. That's the system that we're in. That's politics. I mean, come on. That's like saying that, that's like saying professional football players don't juice. Or everybody cheats to win. Everyone does it. So Trump tried to cheat to win, but guess what? He was so stupid that people actually voted him out.
See, I think Biden just had a massive movement. Not Biden. I don't think he knows what's going on.
There's not a massive movement.
I think it's a DNC in those respective counties that fuck things up for everybody. Man,
there's too many people would be able to see what was going on.
Well, that's the problem. Nobody saw. They didn't have election monitors in those rooms.
You know what? Next thing you know, you're gonna start telling me the fucking earth is flat, and that I mean, come on, dude. That's the type of grand conspiracy that you're speaking of. It doesn't.
Why? What has to be conspiracy?
In the time of the internet, in the time of massive data leaks and WikiLeaks and Russian hackers and all this shit, don't you think that this shit could have easily been exposed, except for a couple of whack nuts that are drunk as hell appearing with Giuliani during press conferences? Like, I saw Harry God. I mean, that chick was whacked out on so many Vicodin. Dude.
Well, what about what about the surveillance video of them pulling these cases of ballots without anyone present? We don't have any monitors in there. Context.
What about anything? Anything can look bad. You can have a video of a man and a woman in the same room, and it could look like something inappropriate is happening. Context is everything. You could have a video of a man having sex with a lady, and you're like, oh, well, they're having sex. You don't. But the context is the dude's raping her. You don't know things unless you have true context, and of which they don't show the whole video. They just give you the snippet that just is what, everybody on Fox News wants to look at.
You mean the snippet of them putting up the ballots and counting them without anybody in the room?
No, but you don't know if that was what they were told to do or what monitoring there is. There's cameras everywhere. I'm like the one that is all there.
I guess you can have a video of a guy pulling a gun out on a convenience store clerk.
Context.
And
context.
You don't know he's just showing him the gun. You
don't know. No, you don't know that. You don't know the guy's
the gun, and he just leaves. You don't know that, right?
And you don't know if the guy's a cop pulling the gun on the guy behind the register that's committed a felony somewhere else and is serving a warrant. See, you don't know these things. So context is actually key to most situations. All I'm saying is when these Republican senators win, because they will. And I mean, you know what? Hats off to what the Democratic Party tried to pull in Georgia. That was amazing. And honestly, Georgia could be more of a battleground state coming in the next 5 to 10 years as the Latin population really starts to explode down there, which it has. It could be way more of a purple. Cubans. No, it's not. It's definitely not. But as that Latin population grows down there, I think Georgia will become more of a purple state. I don't think it'll necessarily ever be a blue state. But at this point in time, it's not. They didn't concentrate on us. Huh?
Hopefully it's Cubans and Venezuelans.
They don't. But all I'm saying is in the end, that's what's really going to give them a thing. But yeah, I mean, I that's my call. I really think the Republicans, both seats are going to be taken, and the Republicans are going to run the Senate. And we're going to have a gridlock for the next 4 years. And that'll be, hey, that's food for fodder for us guys, because we can all bitch and moan about how horrible Biden is. And Jesus, we can just move on with this, away from this thing. Because you know what really is fucking grinding my gears? Nobody is letting Trump go. Fox isn't letting them go. CNN isn't letting them go. CNN talks like they hate the fucking guy, but it can't stop talking about every dumb thing he does.
Because he's a cash cow, man.
It's a cat. That's the.
He's a cash cow.
That's what
he's ratings. He's ratings.
He's like he's like Beetlejuice. If Biden, you just stop saying Biden's
Biden's boring, man.
Dead. Biden's gone. But if Trump is like Beetlejuice, if you keep saying his name, the motherfucker keeps getting stronger. Just let it go. Let it go.
No,
Trump. He comes out and he tries to rape your child. I mean,
I guarantee you, if Biden gets inaugurated, right?
Fuck off.
On the 20th.
You know what?
Afterward,
$100. Let's put the money. You know what? I know you're fucking full of shit. $100. He fucking bet me he doesn't get inaugurated on the 19th.
No, I don't know.
$100 right now. No, bet me $100.
No, I'm not gonna bet you $100.
Exactly, because you're fucking full of shit. You're full of shit. No, bet me $100 right now.
I will bet you $1.
No, no, this one I'm going all in. $100 right fucking now. Because you're full of shit, you motherfucker.
Nothing's 100%. Okay, nothing's 100%.
Off.
Okay, if I said, hey Ben, if I told you like in August 2019. I said, hey, I bet you $100 2020 is going to be like we're going to have a pandemic in 2020.
Hey, cocksucker. So, no, you can't use that. That doesn't work.
Why? Why?
Because it doesn't, dude. You don't know. He's going to be inaugurated on January 19th.
Okay, he might be.
He'll be ratified, and Pence will ratify him in front of the Congress tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what any of the red hats do. Doesn't matter what anyone else does. It's over. And that's okay, because that's the process we deal in. And in 4 years, Republicans can do something else, right? I mean, that's our system, right? That's democracy. You know?
Right? Yeah, but you know what? Democracy, it only counts when it's fair. That's about it.
But okay.
I'm just saying. Okay, it's not.
It is fair. It is fair.
It's fair. Yeah, it's fair. Mostly, it's fair.
No, it's all fair right now. This whole thing's fair.
Mostly.
No, it's completely.
There are some corrupt counties out there, man. There is corruption. There is fraud.
There is fraud, but there's fraud on both sides. It's not just one side. So to say that one side does all the bad things, just like that's like me saying, oh, all the Republicans do all the bad things. No, I don't say that. When we have AOC, she's a dumbass. You can't just. That's the problem right now. Is you can't just think, well, only Democrats cheat. Republicans cheat too.
Here's something that bothers me. Wait,
no, hold on. Let's just concentrate on the one point.
I know I am. I'm trying to get to you.
Everybody cheats.
Okay, let me stress out something here real quickly.
Stress out.
Okay, so you got these politicians in California, okay, and you got the Pelosi's, you got these mayors, you got these governors. Somehow they keep fucking winning, dude. Okay, against the best interest of the people. Okay, how
California?
I know, but we've chalked it up to that. Oh, it's just California. But what if there is fraud? What if there's corruption in the voting system that hasn't been uncovered yet?
Mississippi. Okay, do you know the racial makeup of Mississippi?
Probably white and black.
No, no. I mean, overall, like percentage wise, Mississippi has one of the largest black populations in the United States.
All right.
But it's completely controlled by Republicans.
Okay.
How the fuck does that happen?
They don't vote.
You think the Republicans aren't cheating there?
No, I don't think they vote. I don't think.
No.
That's how they have the districts.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody cheats, dude. It's the game.
Oh, you're saying it's the gerrymandering.
Yeah. Gerrymandering. It's way more. And not only that, it's probably more segregated than most.
Have you seen the way the districts are drawn in Houston and the way the way they're drawn here? Republicans have cheated already. That's why they control the state legislatures.
Good.
So the only fair election, the most fairest election, is the presidential, because it's decoupled from the mechanisms in the gerrymandering on the state level politics, and that go in for Congress, for the House of Representatives, not necessarily the Senate. So in all reality, everyone's cheated, man. The most fair is actually the presidential election because it's completely decentralized. Everyone has their own system.
Exactly.
This is beating a dead horse.
So what if one system allows for stuffing the ballot box?
One system. Well, then one system for the Republicans allowed for stuff in the ballot box too. Because Occam's razor is the simplest explanation. Everyone does the same thing because everyone has a similar power. So everybody cheats. Okay? So the reality is fucking Biden won.
These guys in Atlanta, they're gonna lose. Okay.
How much you want to bet? Okay, well, we got our bet. But I'm gonna tell you,
a real
whenever
bet.
You pay me, whenever they win.
Okay, I know. Dude.
Fuck up.
I know what I'm gonna do. This is okay. We owe Benjamin money for this podcast.
Right.
So
somebody's gonna take somebody's share.
Yeah, someone's gonna take somebody's share.
What do you think? Over this? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
For the
cool,
month.
man.
For the month.
For the month. Whatever we owe Benjamin, you know.
Yeah, for next month. I got it.
So that's it. That's it.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm gonna do with the money?
So if Democrats win,
you know what? I'm getting
you pay my share.
Yeah,
and if the Republicans win,
yes,
like you said, all right, then I'll pay the month. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Benjamin,
this is interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm all aboard.
There's nothing interesting.
Works out for me.
I'm gonna order wings with my
The
money.
brown python's taking on Mexican Nostradamus on this one.
Head to head.
Ooh.
dude. But
And you know what
in
I
this
like best?
situation, you're like the brown like grass snake. You're not the python in this
Grass
one.
snake.
You're taking on Ricky Tiki Mongoose over here, motherfucker.
In this case, you're just a Mexican, all right?
You know-
No. I'm the mongoose. I'm ready.
You know what I like about this the best is that I still get the money you guys owe me, and then we get to move on. I am well, America, I think can be happy with this whole fucking thing. I want this shit. I want it to be January fucking 20th.
No, I know.
So fucking bad.
I know.
For the sake, for the sake of the podcast, and just B, for the sake of my fucking sanity.
I just want to talk shit about Biden and all the things he's gonna fuck up, and I just want to enjoy.
That'll be fun too. That'll be fun too.
It's great.
It's
you know how many times
not,
he's gonna shit his pants in public?
He's gonna give us. You know how much he has to talk now. You thought he had to talk a lot for campaigning and all the fodder that he presented us with, and all the rubbing kids' legs in the pool and some bullshit. What was the one that Rick quoted? It was a show. It was way back. It was when the election was still hot and heavy, like in the summer, I feel like. And what was that quote? It was about like, you go to the drive in the forklift with the blah blah blah, like some bullshit.
Yeah.
Just incoherent babbling. And then we had the very the fond memory, the Despacito, where he pulled out his phone.
I can't wait.
Didn't even just play. So yeah, we're gonna have some good moments to discuss and to laugh at.
I just don't think that the media is gonna challenge Biden. They're not.
They're
gonna treat him with. They're gonna treat him. No, they're gonna treat him with mittens.
They're already talking
Kitty
about
gloves.
Kitty gloves. They're gonna little pat a cat.
They're already talking about the chasm in the Democratic Party right now between AOC and the real hard left, dude. They're gonna unleash on everybody, because guess what? Once Trump becomes the media company that will be MAGA, whatever it is, they're gonna have to report on other things, because all he's gonna report on is like how to light crosses faster, and like how to make sure your neighborhood's properly redlined. I mean, that's what I'm saying. CNN and them are gonna have to concentrate on other things, or may actually have to report on some news.
Do you think they're actually going to challenge him though? I really don't think they didn't do it during the election. They were framing questions in such a way where they already gave him the opinion. He was just had to state his thoughts.
Okay, but the real question is this. Okay, so the one of the greatest things that someone ever told me is you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves with it.
Yeah.
That's what Trump did. Okay. He just kept giving him rope, because he just couldn't keep his mouth shut. So how do you not? I mean, even some of the softball questions Fox News tried to give him. Wallace even tried to give him some fucking softball questions, and he fucked them up because he just doesn't know how to control himself. So I think this is a little bit of both. I think there was definitely media bias towards Trump. I always admit that. I think he was probably, but at the same time, he made himself the target, right? I mean, he wanted that attention. He wanted that. He wanted to be the public enemy. That was his persona. I am against anything that is complicated and I speak at a third grade level, and I hate China. I mean, but that's what he did.
Yeah, but the media never challenged Biden. So Trump is on his way out. You're talking about Biden being interesting. Nothing's going to happen because no one's going to ask him anything tough.
Oh, bro.
No, really, honestly.
Ready. Okay. Oh, my God.
They didn't do it during the election. Why would they do it now?
Because everybody wanted Trump gone. Yes. Even the Republicans wanted Trump gone. Everybody wanted Trump gone. Dude.
So you don't challenge Biden?
Huh?
You don't challenge Biden? I mean.
Well, why are you going to challenge him? He doesn't know where he's at.
Well, that's why. Expose that.
Well, yeah, everyone knows this.
Why didn't they ask him questions about where he was? Hey, Mr. Vice President, where are you today?
He's going to start talking about forklifts.
Exactly. Well,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, though.
I think that's going to happen.
It's going to be beautiful.
I think that is going to happen.
Not only will you not know where he's at, but kind of like what's going on with Jack Ma, right? I mean, where's that motherfucker at?
Solid, sir.
Professional. Sir.
That was probably one of the history of all 29 episodes, maybe the best fucking transition we've had. Congrats, sir. That was
all-star level here, guys.
that was
All-star level.
absolutely well played.
Wow.
So
You like?
yeah,
how I
where
walked
is this
that
going?
one?
So that was brilliant. So Jack Ma, the billionaire, the owner or the CEO of Alibaba, the internet mogul, or what was it? Not internet mogul. The word I was going to use: online shopping, e-store, e-commerce. That's the word I'm looking for. We don't know where this guy is. He hadn't made a public appearance in, I don't know, 2 months. So did they whack this dude? Is he being held hostage?
No, they whacked him, man.
Is he just, I don't know. They made a statement. I put it on I put it on the gram. They came, this was today as of, or no, maybe it was as of yesterday. Somebody came back and said that, well, no, he's just, they're doing a little cleanup here, just to maybe keep people at bay. But yeah, we don't know where this guy is. He hadn't made any public appearance like Kim Jong-un at this point.
I'm pretty sure the CCP is cleaning up. The thing is,
I think so, man.
He can disappear, and all the CCP has to say is don't report on it. That's it, and he's gone. Nobody talks about it. Nobody mentions him, and that's it.
You won't hear any disagreement about that. That's what happened. Let me look at Tiananmen Square. You can't even say it.
You can't say that. Well, just I actually wanted to talk about this last week, but there was the reporter. I think he's like an independent journalist who first reported on. He was doing video and stories and stuff from Wuhan, like when shit was really going down at the beginning with COVID. And yeah, this dude's now going to serve a minimum of like 4 years. Yeah. And they had him on some other, obviously he was on their radar because he's kind of a rabble rouser. And so, yeah, they pinned him down. They basically do whatever they want, when they get you, if you're in their sites and you're talking against them and you're raising eyebrow or you're bringing exposure to these things. Yeah, man, they're going to put you away. So what was the deal? Is he too powerful? Jack Ma. I honestly don't know. I know I'm familiar with who he is, and I don't know though as far as publicly has he said things contrary to CCP? I don't know about his.
He was saying things that are contrary to China's financial system.
Gotcha.
I think he criticized the CCP's policies on their currency and how they manipulate it. On their business practices, and he was outspoken about that, and it was just a matter of time before they came for him because he knew
he's gone.
The only thing is that I don't know, with all the money that he's got, why not move to Canada, or fucking Australia or something, and then talk your shit over there?
Because they're gonna get his ass there. What do you think, dude? China got reach. If they want to get you, they're gonna get you.
Yeah. Why do you think? What's his name, dude? Bandit's homeboy lives on a boat. You know what I mean? Dude's like a floating. He probably lives on his own country.
Wait, who?
That declares the Miles Guo, that guy who's always talking that shit with Steve Bannon, and
he lives on a boat.
Looking for him. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to make it funny here, but like basically that's where they arrested
Air Fortress.
That's what they
air too.
Yeah, that's what they arrested. Steve Bannon was on this dude's boat. So he probably just hovers from like country to country trying to stay clear, but he's still talking that shit, dude, like big time. So what's his name? Jack Ma. They got you, brother. You can't be saying that over there. Yeah, you're right though. He should have. When you get that stat, you know what I mean? When you get to the Jeff Bezos level, I'm sure there's a way. In other words, I bet this could have been avoided by Jack Ma in some capacity. But they got him though. They got him. He was in Shanghai. I'm like, what makes you think you're going to be safe in communist China talking shit about the communists? You can't. You can't, dude. You got to like, I don't know, man. You got to diversify, bro. Sell that shit and like, buy some Canadian, go to Vancouver where it's kind of like, they got that community established over there, open a couple businesses. Yeah. Break up your.
Move to Vermont. I don't know.
But Vermont, they could do that. Washington State. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's dead. I think he's
somewhere where it's cold and they have maple syrup.
I think he's being punished. I don't think he's dead.
I don't know why that's a prerequisite, but okay. Yeah, he's being punished. They're putting it. No. Here's what they're doing.
I don't think he's dead. I don't think.
No. I don't either. I think they're giving him the Clockwork Orange eyeballs open and making him watch
Oh,
movies. So
yeah.
You mean they're 84ing his ass?
Wow.
yeah, dude, they're putting him in the
That little
or either that or
cage.
he's out in those Western provinces and that getting that Uyghur treatment.
Oh,
He's in one of those re-education, but they have a special one for they have a special re-education camp for the billionaires.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I more likely he's just, I mean, they got him under house arrest. They're giving him a good hand spank because in reality, that he makes a lot of money for them.
Well,
So
yeah.
he just got out of line. He probably got a little too mouthy.
Putting him back in his
They
in his
smacked him
place.
around a little bit, put him on house arrest. He's still got his whoos and he's doing all right. I mean,
I'm sure he's got his ooze.
I don't think they took him out. That's a Russian thing. Like Russians,
Right.
they
You
don't
die.
give a fuck. You talk
You
too
get
much
po-
shit. Yeah, you get that
Mhm.
fucking radiation poisoning. That's
100%.
real. They're
Yeah.
pricks.
Yeah. You get poisoned on airplanes flying over other countries and stuff. Yeah. That's
But I think Jack Ma's probably kind of like, remember, what's it called? Was it Goodfellas? Yeah, Goodfellas, De Niro's character. You know how they whacked everybody, and at the very end they didn't whack him because he can earn them money.
right.
I think he said that's why he was alive. If you're gonna compare China to some, they're like the mob. And
Yeah, because they shot Joe Pesci.
Yep.
And then he didn't
Joe
shoot
Pesci's
him,
gonna
right?
make money, right? And he said the reason why I'm alive is that I can make money for me. You see him just running numbers still,
Yeah.
making money for people, and so I think that's how China probably treats it.
It's a valuable
Whereas
asset.
Russia does not have that.
No. It's a definitely
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
John Wick
they'll
people. in
ice your
Russia.
ass. And then,
Yeah.
well, the other thing is too. Here's the thing: y'all should be putting money on, or somebody should be putting money on. Matter of fact, here we go. Skip the noise, listeners. What do you think? What is your prediction? This is your opportunity to be Mexican Nostradamus. When
Hold on.
Jack, hold on. Let me finish. When Jack Ma reemerges, what do you think he's going to tell the public as to where the fuck he was for that whole time?
He was at home
Home.
reading CCP literature, and now he's convinced they're the best thing ever.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's not what he's going to say. That's what he's doing. But what he's going to say
I love China's
is what?
communists.
I wonder what he's going to say.
He's gonna have like a shirt that says "I heart Chinese communists."
So anyway, if anybody has any thoughts on that, I'd like
And
to
he's
hear.
gonna sell them on Alibaba too.
That's gonna be awesome.
Right,
I
it's
may,
gonna-
I may buy one.
Oh, maybe you know what? Maybe this is a whole publicity stunt.
Dude, I'm telling you, this guy, he has plenty of money. He has plenty of resources. I just don't see China just slapped his wrist and said, "Hey, asshole, remember we can murk you." But in reality, I think he's just under house arrest. This has
maybe-
happened to other billionaires in China too.
Maybe he's doing this so that his stock price goes up when he reappears. You see, right now his stock price is probably stagnant. He
Right.
comes out, stock price shoots up. Boom, everyone gets rich.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, but I don't know.
I want to buy some Alibaba stock right now. Shit.
I would hold up on that because the possibility of people being arrested or detained, that kind of leads to a little instability in your overall stock portfolio. I'd hold up on that purchase, guys. This isn't the motley fool over here, okay, guys? Don't fucking listen to Rick. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Don't fucking buy any stock in anything right now. But that being said,
I'm gonna transfer my 401k to Alibaba stock.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Rick's
do that
gonna
right
be
now.
out. Rick's gonna be panhandling pretty soon. ladies.
Well, and speaking of being arrested and detained, I don't know if you guys heard or not, but over the New Year's holiday, a lot of arrests were made in LA County for people having super spreader parties.
Oh, by the modern day brown shirts. Yeah, I saw that.
Day
Right.
brown shirts. It's
Yeah,
so
man.
So they were going around.
How's
So
it going, though?
the main parties that I at least heard of that got busted, where people actually got taken to jail, were they knew about them via advertisement. These were things that were obviously big events, and they were planned, and there was advertisement in various places, so they knew this shit was going down. So they're kind of easy targets. So you know what I mean? Like, what? Obviously, this is LA. This is California, so you could see shit like that going down. But this brings up a bigger question, because I heard an interesting story this weekend. I think it was this weekend. Yeah, it was Sunday. So this was post. In the second half, I'll get into my New Year's Eve tale.
Nice.
I'll fill you in on. I won't go all the way because
Oh,
Gets a little there's a little it's a little sensitive towards the end of the evening, but
You're not going all the way. Huh.
You better go
Well,
all the way. We
I-
don't like no
Oh
teasers.
man. So
I
it's
don't
not
know.
just a tip this time, huh?
Not this time, guys. Well, what was that movie where he's like, no, okay. Well, you remember when Michael J. Fox, it's Teen Wolf, and he's in, he's in the bathroom and he's morphing.
Oh yeah.
He's starting to turn into the wolf for the first time. Like he's freaking out and he's looking in the mirror. He's like, what the fuck? Like his nails are growing, his hair is going. And then his dad is knocking on the door like, what's his name? What's his name in the movie? Somebody help me.
Dad.
No. The Michael J. Fox's character.
Oh,
Shit.
definitely not shit.
No. Anyway,
Jimmy.
it doesn't matter. But he's like, whatever.
Bobby.
You're killing me, dude. You obviously have no idea. You're just throwing out names. I'll
Herman.
think of it later. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me finish. And he's like, come on out. Like, it's all right. What are you doing in there? And he looks and he's already a wolf. And, imagine your dad, like you're in high school and your dad's knocking on the door, like, come on out. Like, what the hell's the problem? What could be so bad? And he's like, no, dad, not this time. Not this time. Anyway, that made me think of that. But so these super spreader parties getting busted, people getting arrested. So Sunday I was sitting out there. My neighbor, I mentioned, there's a bunch of episodes ago, I mentioned this neighbor who had moved in. They're from, most recently the family was living in Qatar, but they're Egyptian. They're originally from Egypt. So he was out there, and I actually have my next, so this is across the street, but my next door neighbor also hails originally from Egypt. So the two of them, they were sitting outside on the driveway having their Turkish coffee, and they flagged me down. So I came and joined them. So we were talking about, so now mind you, this neighbor, the one that lives across the street, he moved in our neighborhood sometime during the summer. So when they moved, he was in Qatar when COVID started. So what he told me they did there, and I know there's other countries, and obviously it's different, right? It's a lot smaller population. They can get away with a lot more shit over there. But he said what they did over there was they had an app on their phone. Now, every single person, every citizen, mandatory has to download this app on their phone. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you have this app, and what this app does, it's multifaceted, but one of the things it does, so if you do test, you go get tested for COVID, you're positive, the app on your phone updates, and you're now red. Okay. If you've been in proximity of somebody who has tested positive for COVID, you're yellow. Your phone, like your identification is like indicates yellow. If none of that is the case, then you're green. You're good. So the police can pull you over. Let me see your app, or pull out your phone. You show them your phone. You're red. Oh, motherfucker, you're not supposed to be driving out here. Come with us. You're going to jail. And then they put you in a little place where all the other COVID, red.
Yeah. Do you mean nugget?
Positive. Yeah. So yeah, probably right. Exactly. You probably just get waxed. But then you have, what do you call it? So the other thing that happens is if you have, this is why I'm talking about this, because this is reminiscent of the LA County thing. So you have a party, right? Well, obviously GPS in your phone, that's how they tell traffic, right? Every morning when you look up your Google Maps and it says it's going to take you 45 minutes to get to work because the congestion, they know that because of all the cell phones that are in the area, and they put that together and the density of the traffic and everything like that. So that's how they do that math. Same thing goes to population. So if there's more than however many people at a house, here come the cops, you're going to jail, just like these LA spreaders. So in other words, my point is that's where we're getting with that. So what my friend said was like, they would go, if he had people come over to the house, yo, everybody, as soon as you walk in the door, put your shit on, airplane mode or whatever, shut your shit off. But anyway, that's just, man, I thought that was kind of I hadn't thought of that. I know obviously different countries use different technologies for testing and stuff like that. And I'm sure that is efficient. I don't know what their rates are as far as infection but it's way smaller population. So it's not like apples to apples comparison, but
So basically, that couldn't be done here in America, right? I mean, You have to mandate everybody to get an app on their phone, and everybody has to have a phone.
It's a lot harder. Yes, it's very way harder to do that here.
I don't know though, because everyone has a phone, right? I mean,
right, but getting
have a phone.
Getting the legislation passed would be the problem.
I mean, I think, well, I mean, there's a lot of shit that's been happening, in regards to this shit. I mean, also, I think it'd probably be better handled on a state by state basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think every state would be able to handle their populace better with that kind of shit. But I think with these apps, I mean, Europe's doing it right now too, right? I mean, everyone's turning to these apps as a way of like, keeping a track of infections and shit like that. But I think with the California thing, we were just kind of starting off with, those dudes are advertising this shit on fucking social media, like on Instagram. Like, we have a fucking pajama Jeremy Jam up in this bitch.
That's true. Nice. It does kind of
right. I mean, that's kind of dumb. It's kind of, you're kind of flagrantly.
Yeah, you're kind of asking for it, to be honest.
I mean, what happened? They didn't grease the wheels. They should have given some money to the politicians, and they would have left them alone.
Oh, no. Only the politicians in California get to do what they want. Not even.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, though, I mean, there was rules, right, established by California, said don't do this shit. These guys did it, right? So they got in trouble. I mean, I don't know what to say about this shit. I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't think is right that I do. But if I get caught, I get illegal. I can go to jail. There's a lot of laws.
You do things you don't agree with?
No, I do things that I don't. No, I'm talking about. I do things that I don't believe should have legality. There's a lot of things that we all believe in. Like basic everyday things, right? I mean, so if you're told not to do something, you get in trouble. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? That would be great if the rules apply to everybody equally. But California has seen their fair share of the rules not applying to everybody equally.
Well, but that's every rule, though, right? I mean,
you see the politicians who make these rules break the rules.
Have nots, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, of course, when did rules ever apply to the haves?
In the case where you're taking away people's freedoms.
Once again, when has this ever applied to the haves? When has this ever been a problem for them?
It has never been a problem.
O.J. Simpson got away with murder, right?
The jury of his peers said no.
No, rich as fuck.
The jury of his peers said right? he did not murder Nicole Brown Simpson.
What's that crazy dude with the HBO special that got busted at the end because he said, "Oh shit, I messed up. I did."
Oh yeah.
That
he was talking to himself.
Yeah,
billionaire. If you would have just shut the fuck up. And he was over. I forgot his name, but yeah, he. I think he killed somebody in Galveston. No.
Oh yeah.
What?
Like part of Robert Durst.
That's right. That was his name.
So really, these rules. That's just the way rules are. If you have
enough
money and power, they don't matter to you.
You're talking about individual things, I
mean, look at Melania. Clearly, a legal alien. She got through. No. Her family. They were. They're a bunch of fucking illegal aliens. They came over, but they had plenty of power. They're okay. Somehow they got bumped up.
Oh my goodness.
Their paperwork got forwarded.
What Ben means is allegedly.
Rules don't count.
Allegedly,
unless you're poor.
Melania is allegedly an illegal alien. Okay, we don't want to get sued, man.
Okay,
just shut the fuck up, man.
Allegedly, illegal alien.
Let's not get sued here.
But nonetheless, guess what? Her family's all got their shit straightened out all of a sudden. Actually, while somebody was president, several of their members got it handled. But nonetheless, those rules don't count.
Okay,
for everybody, right? Let's just be honest, right? So
yeah, but you're talking about
I don't
on a
think
mass.
This is just California.
You're talking on a mass scale here, a huge scale.
But I'm trying to say
people they can't go work, they can't go party, they can't go out to eat, but the haves can. Come on,
but that's always been the way it is.
No, it's never been that way.
It's always been that way. You're talking about
never. When have people ever been told not to party, work, or eat?
They're poor to go party, work, or anything. They're too poor. They don't have the money to do it.
Of course not, because I haven't worked in almost a year now.
No, it's always been this way.
No, man,
this is nothing new. So
it is new. Of course, it's new.
But I'm not trying to defend California. What they're doing is ridiculous, and it's been ridiculous this whole time.
Is it like New York, where they're trying to give the governor the power to disappear people too?
No, no. Hey guys, look, you're not gonna say nothing for me. When it comes to those two states, they're fucking stupid. I'll be the first one to tell you. fuck, fuck the politicians of California and fuck their system. It's dumb. Their state income taxes are ridiculous. The way they handle everything is not only draconian, but it's not efficient. Same thing with New York. It's nothing but a political machine. And this has nothing to do against people from California, New York. Probably I've had friends from there, cool people, cousins out there, but their whole political system is fucked. But that being said, it's nothing new. Look at Louisiana, a mainly Republican state. Look at Mississippi, like I mentioned. The haves always have the power, right? I mean, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, but in this case, they took the most basic freedoms of everybody and threw out the window.
You've been to Mississippi? You ever been there?
No, I've never been to Mississippi. I can't say that I have.
I have. I got tons of family Mississippi.
You ever been in parts of there where like there's just no freeways? The roads look like shit.
What?
Yeah,
what are you doing back there, man?
There, Alabama. No, I used to drive through there to Florida. If you go, so it's crazy. When you leave certain states and you go to the next one.
Yeah.
Because it's like their freeways are like roads like Westheimer. They're just not they're not well maintained. Yeah, they're just not well maintained. They're just issues, and that's because the state's
that's
stealing
California,
everything
man.
from. No, that's the state stealing everything. Right, but that's also Mississippi, Louisiana, places like that. Alabama. Oh God, I don't even want to talk about how bad the infrastructure is there. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what state this is. But when it comes to these party guys and all these fucking things, I mean, why would you do that on social media? We're gonna have a party. Oh, fuck COVID. I mean, you're just asking for it, right?
You know how we used to do it in high school? We used to like send out flyers because we didn't have cell phones and text messages.
Because you're old. You're old as balls.
Yeah, that's what they should have done it, man. Go back old school. You know?
Kids don't understand that. Don't even know what paper is. What I'm saying is in the end, this is just one of those dumb situations. And like you said, like California, all these politicians, but that's all these politicians. Look at Pelosi. She got busted, like, talking all this shit. And here she is at a salon, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. I remember that.
Gavin Newsom. Oh, don't have dinners, but he's at a restaurant with like 30 people, without mask.
Yeah. You got the lady from the CDC telling everyone, don't get together for Thanksgiving. And she's out there hanging out with her family for Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
You're like, what the fuck, lady? You're the one who told us not to go. What are you doing?
I think Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, he said, this is the time to hunker down and do nothing. And he's saying this while he's like in Cancun or Acapulco or something. Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a lot of, it's ridiculous. But, that's
now they're trying to get Como to take people from their homes and quarantine them if they don't agree with him. I mean, if they have COVID.
Oh God, dude. I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, what if Abbott started doing that shit?
What do you mean? What?
Yeah, what if Greg Abbott
don't bring that? Don't.
I mean,
no way, fucker in here.
I mean, the laws that they're passing in New York now, they're going to Second Amendment territory.
Okay? Right. But we still haven't decriminalized marijuana at all. We haven't done so. We're so draconian in the state of Texas. Because I'm talking about like Abbott is not a saint. He's an asshole.
Yeah, but he's not a hypocrite. Well, on the issue of COVID. On the issue.
Oh my God! No. Tort reform.
What?
A tree fell over on him, and he sued for $10 or $20 million.
All right.
And then went back 3 years later and then said people in similar cases can only get $50,000 to $100,000. But it was okay for him to get $10 or $20 million. He is a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite to such a high extent.
That's fine. You know what?
That's fine.
No. Wait. That's fine. But he's not telling me he's not impeding on my personal freedoms.
What the fuck? But he's you know what? You're right. You win. You're right. You're right.
I think with that we'll agree to disagree, and we will slide on into the break so everybody can take a pee as is tradition.
Take pee-pees.
So all right. So sit tight, enjoy the vivacious tunes of Mike Tacklebox. And we'll see you after this break. Thank you. And we are back. So I wanted to give a little update. Don't remember what episode it was, but long ago in the election process, I had mentioned that I was in the process of replacing my shower glass in the master bedroom of my home. And the local gentleman I found to perform this job just so happened to be the Libertarian candidate running for the representative of the district in which I live. He did not win. So it's a good thing he's got some other things going on. Obviously a local businessman, but I just wanted to announce that work finally, after all this time, I don't even know. I lost track of how long ago it was. Coordinating it seemed to be a little bit difficult. Now, obviously there's some understandable, the holidays came up, things happened, but anyway, that work is now complete as of this afternoon, and we're done. So that's we can dust our hands off of that. But
Nice.
shout out to should I say his name? I don't know. If you're smart, if you're super sleuth, you can figure out who this dude was. But I hate to say it, but no, he didn't win. I don't think he had much of a chance, but he fought the good fight. Good guy, pleasure to do business with. So he did a good job. Or his gentleman he sent out did a good job. So that's all done. But you know what's funny is this, like today was just the day. So my neighbor, who I mentioned earlier in the podcast, he had his roof replaced like today, like this morning. And then another gentleman that was with us on New Year's Eve from across the street from me, but then next door neighbors to the neighbor I was previously talking about, the ones that have all the parties. This guy had his garage door replaced. So like simultaneously, dude, there was like trucks. So I sat out. It was one of those days I was off from work, sat out in the driveway, burned a little Dragon's Blood, listened to some tunes, and took in the sights, man. It was a beautiful day, actually. So anyhow, that's all wrapped up in a bun. But I think we wanted to talk about, there was some hacks that went down that were very, very, very significant. Ben, do you want to introduce these solar wind hacks that?
Oh yeah, this is big,
wreaked
guys.
havoc across the
This is huge. First off, of course, Trump said it was China, which it wasn't. It was his friends, the Russians. So basically they infiltrated I believe 250 government agencies, and main concerning was the I believe the U.S. Energy Commission, and I forgot the other department, but this was a pretty substantial hack, and it was across all lines of everything. I mean, these guys were definitely data harvesting and looking for things. That's what they're saying so far about the hack. It was perpetrated through a security flaw from an awesome firm that was actually maintaining or kind of handling the security for, not in the security, but it was software, something they were doing for the government. So they found the security flaw, the hack went through, and the Russians basically got quite a bit of information. So there we go. I mean, what are we going to do now?
Why do they call it the solar wind hack? Or
I didn't get that exact reason why. Oh, it's because the company. I believe the company from Austin. I think that's there's something to do with them. I think that's where the name kind of originated from.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was, yeah. When you first explained it, I thought it was like they use solar winds to hack into a computer. I'm like,
that would be rough. That would be rough.
Yeah,
that would be the best hack ever, because if we can be hacked by solar winds, we're all fucked.
Yeah, man.
That feels like that's a job for Space Force Guardians.
I'll be honest with you, that's a sci-fi book. You just came up with it. You need to copyright that somehow.
I will.
It's like a sci-fi book. Well, actually, you know what? No, you know what? I'm sorry. You got beaten out. A Chinese author. I just remember where that kind of came from. The Chinese author Xu Lin. He wrote a book called The Three Body Problem. And no spoilers, great book, 3-book series. If you can get through the propaganda for the CCP.
Three Body Problem.
Yeah, that was. Remember, we
talked about it.
We did. No, brilliant books. All three of them are great.
We talked about it on the show.
Get past the CCP propaganda throughout the books, and you concentrate on just the brilliance of his writing, is very good. But he did talk about something that was kind of along the lines of that. But yeah, it was really good shit.
Yeah, they were going to make that into a Netflix.
Yeah,
and that's what the controversy came out of.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of propaganda, like the whole
CCP
book.
stuff.
Well, actually, it's a weird way. He actually kind of, in some of his book, he attacks the, not attacks, but this kind of does like a post reflection of like the communist revolution within itself. So, I think in the 60s or 70s, Mao Zedong had a new revolution, like basically blooding the old guard with the youth. It was called a youth revolution. And so what they did was that all the old people that were part of the old Communist Party, except for himself, they were all kind of vetted and basically sent to the gulags, while all the children that were coming up were kind of put into these positions of power. He was kind of in a way cementing his legacy and at the same time keeping the older members, I guess, from perversion, by capitalism or whatever else. He basically blooded everyone. So a lot of people went missing, arrests, gulags, torture, because he wanted the youth to lead it. And of course, you give a bunch of children the keys to the car, they're going to drive it. And they drove over a lot of people. So anyways, it kind of had a commentary about that, but good book. But no, this was just a not a basic hack. This is a pretty sophisticated, wide scale attack on American resources. So I think just today, a joint statement from I believe the FBI, CIA, and also the Attorney General's office. It's Russia. They did.
All right. When I read that article, I was very surprised that there's 250 government agencies. I couldn't get past that, man. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Okay, that was a hack. I get it, but 250 government agencies? What the fuck do we need so many for?
Yeah, how many agencies are there?
Dude,
yeah, man.
I mean, hey, I feel you, but we do have a country of 370 million people.
I mean, show me where, the agency for my, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is in the Constitution. It's not.
Oh, dude. They're there, and they are all hacked. Despite the big ass number of them. Trust me, hey. 250. Hey,
should have hacked into the DEA. That's what I would have done.
Damn it. Okay.
But yeah,
But yeah, so that's it. So what do you guys think? Russia's implicated. What are we going to do against them? Nothing. Right?
We are going to send them a strongly worded letter.
Oh, whatever.
Here's the question.
Before or after Trump gives them a hand job.
Here's the question, though, I wanted to ask is that what do you think? How deep do you think we are in their shit? Because obviously we're not going to talk about it, but that I think that's really the thing is
in the last 4 years.
Is this one of those things? I mean, that's the thing is are us, Russia, China, is it almost like a stalemate of like everybody's got everybody by the nuts with all this shit? There's no way that we're not doing this shit. We're
not doing it effectively. No, we haven't been doing it for the last 4 years.
I think we have.
No, our subterfuge is a serious issue with Russia. That's just plain reality. I mean, we may have turned up the heat a little bit on China, and we may be trying to infiltrate them more, so our maybe our assets or whatever. But when it comes to Russia, no. I mean, they're running what they're doing, whatever the fuck they want.
I don't think so.
They're even harboring a national security fugitive who, in my opinion, should not be. Snowden is not a fugitive in my mind, but they are harboring him and they don't give a fuck. And they're flaunting it. So, yeah, it's a big problem. Russia's a big problem.
I mean, Snowden, you're right. He's not a fugitive. But
I mean, I don't believe he's a fugitive, but he is, though. He is a national security fugitive.
So what you're saying is that we took off our foot off the pedal with Russia.
Yes. Our greatest enemy. They will always be our greatest enemy. Because when it comes down to it, we are the polar opposites in regards to our whole systems. Russia's always going to be based on a strongman, tyrannical government. You can call it communism. It really wasn't. It was just a strongman government. The United States tries to flex democracy. In the end, we're always going to be diametrically opposed unless there's something that is against our interests, of which if we both turn our attention to something, they're fucked. But, ever since Germany, there hasn't been a situation like that in the last,
Russia's not really a threat, dude. It's not. China is more of a threat. China is more of a threat than Russia.
No. We're talking about energy security also. China's allocating and controlling oil resources throughout that region. Azerbaijan, you saw what they did to
Africa, man. They're controlling the ports in Africa.
China owns Africa.
Exactly.
China owns Africa now.
They own Africa.
But I'm telling you, but when it comes to oil resources, Russia has made substantial movement towards that and destabilized that whole region. No, Russia's a big problem. Russia's always gonna be a big problem.
They're a big problem, but they're not the military might that they used to be. They control oil, but you know what? I mean, with America transitioning away from oil, they're gonna be obsolete, just like the Middle East.
But Russia's strength wasn't their military might per se. It was always their counterintelligence. No,
and their nuclear arsenal.
No. Even that, we all know they can't. Man, they got 3 Russians carrying that shit. That shit's on the back of some Toyota Helix trucks.
Yeah,
it's not that.
hey, don't talk shit about the Helix, man. That shit'll survive anything.
They put some fucking nuclear warheads on the back of Tundras.
And you know what though? They're gonna detonate those things, and the Tundra will still work.
I know, it's a pretty fucking good truck. I'm not gonna lie, Tundras are no joke. But in my opinion, though, their counterintelligence and their subterfuge is bar none. They're the ones who masterminded so many things in regards to the exploitation of Facebook. I mean, come on. I mean, they're on it. So now if we had like a straight up showdown, but is that the future of war anymore? Are massive armies going to meet when you got buttons, when you have drones? Not really. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it's a big deal. What do you guys think? What do you think is going to go? How are we going to handle this?
I think, like I said, I think Congress is going to get together. They're going to pass a resolution, strongly worded, condemning Russia, and then we move on to the next freak show, like Kanye and Kim getting divorced or some shit like that.
They're just to get my 2 cents in. No, they're not going to. It's like Rick said, they're not going to do shit. Nothing's going to happen to Russia.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's going to be like, Congress provides a resolution, and next up. Kim and Kanye getting divorced, and people's attention just divert to that, and that's it. It's over.
Hey, why you keep mentioning Kim and Kanye getting divorced?
Because it makes me cry. I'm crying.
I know.
Oh my god,
so sad.
I thought they were gonna be like the next Bert and Lonnie.
I didn't think that, never. No, but still. Oh my god,
they were supposed to be the next Brad and Jennifer.
Can y'all imagine? Can you imagine Brad and Jennifer? Can you imagine the divorce settlement out of this one? Oh my god!
Dude,
I thought
that's a lot of money to move around. Holy shit,
dude! I mean, because she's a billionaire supposedly. He's a billionaire, dude. Oh wow!
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a
some lawyers
or something.
Are gonna get paid.
Dude, there's some lawyers jerking off in a closet right now, going, "Oh, we got the case. We got the case. Yeah. I can't wait. File a deposition. I mean, that's these guys are just ready, bro.
Well, dude, I mean, they're trying to send Dr. Dre to the cleaners too, man.
Oh yeah,
he's getting divorced.
That's divorce, dude. That's divorce.
His wife is asking for $2 million a month.
You heard he's in ICU, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, been through a divorce. You almost kind of want an aneurysm to get out of it. It's fucking hell on earth. Yeah, dude, it's horrible. Trust me. If it's not your former partner, that's the big problem. It's the fucking lawyers, bro.
I fucking hate lawyers.
Want to just take everything from you. So, you know what? My prayers to Dr. Dre. But at the same time, Dr. Dre hears this, which he probably is. I bet he's a big fan of Skip the Noise podcast.
Yeah,
Dre,
what else is he doing?
Just let it go, dude. Just let it go, bro. You're 55. You got billions of dollars. Just break her off half and just it's worth it. Guess what?
A Jeff Bezos? Pull a Jeff Bezos.
Guess what?
Yeah, let me turn you into the 13th richest person in the world.
Yeah, it's not worth dying, but it's not worth dying, right? It's not worth dying over. Just give her half, let her play with it, and then guess what? She's gonna end up, coked up, hanging out with some biker dudes, back again, my reference to Goodfellas. He's gonna end up like her. She's gonna have like this gold coin collection, $1,000 left, all coked up on meth. And that's her life. Don't let it destroy yours. And that's for any of our listeners that are going through divorce. Guess what? You're gonna lose.
And you know what though? You talk about the lawyers. The lawyers want a piece of that pie. They want $5 million from Dr. Dre.
Of course they do.
$5 million.
Hell Hell yeah, they do.
For what? For filing papers?
No, dude, lawyers, I'm telling
They don't
you,
do jack shit, man.
lawyers are the biggest
There's
fucking.
some shit. I
God, they
swear.
are. They
I've
are.
done
They're the fucking
paperwork stuff.
vampires.
I could, like, so I'm not going to mention the entire situation, so it might lead back to this person I'm talking about. But in dealings with the lawyer for some, let's just say paperwork scenario. No, it wasn't. This wasn't. Well, I guess technically government would be involved in this, but anyhow, paperwork was involved, right? I could have fucking done this shit, man. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, it would have taken a lot of time and effort.
90% of the time, you can't do it yourself.
Yeah, I could have done that shit. And not only that, there was like stuff had to keep going back over and like, hey, I got to send you this again, dude. Like, I told you this was wrong, and you.
He already had his intern look at it, man. He had his intern look at it.
Yep.
He's fucking like he's like an undergrad freshman. He's writing this shit up.
Yeah. But hey,
you're paying him $325 an hour.
Exactly. But here, that being said, we're shitting on lawyers right now. But you know what?
Yeah.
Shout out to the lawyers that are the shit, because obviously there's those too. I don't want to just shit on all lawyers, but a lot of lawyers are shit.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it.
I don't want to shit on lawyers either, because my dad was a lawyer. God rest his soul. But he was an immigration lawyer, and he did a lot of stuff for free people. Right. He wasn't in corporate law and stuff. But
yeah, he did. He was the one. I mean, it's kind of what I was bringing that up for. That's who I'm talking about. There's people who put their shit on the line, and
we're talking about the lawyers
actually helping people. But
we're talking about the immigration lawyers who work for the other side. The guys who wake up in the morning, they're like, I want to deport some guy's dad back to Mexico. Dude, then I'm going to go to sleep and do it all over again tomorrow.
That's got to feel good on your soul, like when you go to sleep every night. Right?
What is that?
What do we?
I'm gonna have to pay next.
Senate race, Georgia. What's that?
They're both. Dems are gonna take it. New York Times Needles just called it.
Ooh, I win.
I'm gonna have to pay next month.
Oh no!
New York Times Needles are showing Warnock versus Loeffner. Very likely Warnock. Ossoff versus Purdue.
There you go.
Pretty likely Ossoff.
There you go. Corruption at its best. Corruption at its best.
You guys were winning. Okay.
Corruption at its best, man.
Fuck,
That's
it. Just send me the bill.
I beat Mexican Nostradamus. See,
you did.
I did live on air like that. That all on air.
That just all went down. No. Okay. Well, let's see. New York Times Needles are actually pretty good. They've been very good throughout. They even called Trump whenever all the states started going. Their needles flipped as the states went, so they were pretty good. So I don't know, but fuck, wow, that means the Democrats are going to control the Senate.
That would be fucked up.
Oh my God, it's going to be pandemonium.
Yep, get ready for lockdowns. Get ready for bread lines. Get ready for
I'm ready to get rid of my student loans. Game time, motherfucker.
You know what else? You know what else to get ready for? Some memos, some defunding of police departments, probably, right, Rick?
Oh yeah.
Should we talk about the Dallas PD incident recently?
Oh fuck yeah! Let's talk about my fucking neck of the woods.
Last thing, get ready for a woman too. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, so there was a memo.
I can't believe I missed that.
A memo went out amongst the employees of the Dallas Police Department that quickly got rescinded. But what this indicated,
well, they said it wasn't ready. Well, hold on. They said that it was not a completely prepared statement. But continue, yes.
Okay, but what this pointed towards though was that basically, I'll sum it up very bluntly, and not bluntly, but kind of roughly. Basically saying no arrests for domestic disputes. I wish I had the whole list in front of me. I don't, but maybe y'all could help me out. Traffic violation. Basically, it listed in a whole bunch of things that they were just like, basically, we're not going to fuck with. We're only going to be used for, you know what I mean, homicides and armed robberies and shit like that. All these other little minor things we're going to be taken off. We're just not going to respond to them.
Dude, that's fucked up, man.
And
that's fucked up.
So it got out, this leaked, and obviously people were in uproar of it. And but I mean, it was. So what's the real story behind it?
Well, here's why people got pissed off about it too, is because a police chief is from San Jose, California.
Yeah, the new police chief.
The new police chief. And so then, he comes on, this new memo goes out, and people are like, oh my God, this is it, the Californication of Texas. It's starting.
Right.
And yeah, it's gonna scare the shit out of some people. It's gonna piss some people off.
Well, I hate to break this to you. Okay.
Oh boy, here
so
we go.
Has anybody ever had a vehicle stolen or broken into?
Yeah.
How long did it take the cops to get there?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe an hour.
I remember. So what city you in?
Houston,
which is a Democrat-run city.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So when I was in my city, where I'm at, I won't mention because I don't want to get tased, because they just got busted for beating up a Mexican the other day.
Oh, whatever.
They did. No, they really did. The city council meetings, everything. It's crazy. In the city I live in, I don't want to get beat up. What went down was my ex-wife had a Tahoe, right, with the 20-inch wheels that came from Chevy. Cool. Stole all 4 wheels.
Oh shit.
Cops called them that morning. I think they came the next day. So that's how that was handled. I had to go buy new wheels because my insurance agent wouldn't process it until I got a police report. So they came the next day. That's how. So this isn't anything new for my area. So I know. So I think this is actually the norm of the substandard city processes already out here. So trust me, I don't think this is anything new. I think what they really did was they actually put what they really do in paper, because I think they say, oh yeah, we're gonna come. No, they never came. They never come. Yeah. So I think that what someone did was, oh well, you don't even reply to this shit anyways. Let's just put it on paper, so then that way no one gets in trouble. And they got busted for putting what their real policies are. So it just shows it's a substandard. Dallas Police Department substandard. Fort Worth Police Department substandard. It's just not a well-run city. Either one. They're both shitty cities when it comes to their city. I'm not saying about the people. There's a lot of nice people, and and I've met I got a lot of friends, whatever out here, whatever. Not really, but when it comes down to it, the city governments are solely corrupt. If it's not a high school football stadium, they don't put money into it. So it's just it is what it is.
So this is how I think it's going to go. I mean, so you have, you call 911, your car's getting broken into, you call 911, and, 911's like, 911 emergency. And you're like, yeah, someone's breaking into my car. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. The cops can't go out there unless someone's dead or there's a murder. And so you go, okay, fine. You grab your gun and boom, you shoot the guy.
Wait. All right.
I've
already shot the person.
Okay, well, I shot him after the 911 operator told me the police
were coming. Why would you do that? That's illegal.
What, to shoot somebody?
No, you go out there and say you shot him, and then you plant the gun on him.
Well, then 911 told me that the police
and then you say, oh, he had a gun. See, you got to get your story together before you get it. You got to get the neighbors to work. You got to work with your neighbors to make sure that they saw the same thing you saw. And then, because they're going to be like, well, yeah, I don't want my car broken into, so I would have shot him too. That's it.
No, what operator said, look, we're not going to go out there unless the guy's dead.
All I know is 911 is a joke in your town. So that's how it goes. Trust me, guys. I mean, defund the police. That's just the dumbest fucking thing ever. And I don't think that that's a reality. The most Democrats are already trying to move away from that. It was just stupid. But this is just poor city management. And what happens whenever you build high school football stadiums that cost $300 million instead of investing in police officers, community services, things of that nature. That's what
they were working to defund the police in Dallas anyway. So
no, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
They were.
I was defunding the police in Dallas. You're thinking of Austin, dude.
Both of them. Both
you're
y'all are crazy, man. Y'all should move to Houston.
Houston Democrats, right? In Dallas and Fort Worth are mainly Republicans. So yeah, I would love to go back to a normal place that's run by Democrats all day long. Because guess what? Sylvester Turner, this whole time, and Art Acevedo, did they ever say anything about defunding? They're like, nah, we still gonna shoot people if you steal shit. Yeah. Over here, everyone's just stupid. It's just I'm not saying stupid, but the cities are very, very corrupt. I've never seen political systems like this before. So, but either way,
Anyway,
moving on. Some crimes go reported, right? And some crimes don't go reported.
hey, what about domestic
Some
violence?
nights are very long, right?
Are they gonna send someone for domestic violence because that's important?
What? No.
Domestic violence. Are they gonna send someone over for that?
No, I don't know. How many?
Are
you beating your wife?
Well, I mean, there's no.
What?
Wait. No, wait. I'm not beating anybody's wife. What are you talking about?
We got exclusive going.
Yeah. Rick's beating his wife. Anyways, you cut into my fucking segue into crimes that are reported. Some crimes aren't reported, especially on New Year's Eve when shit gets crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of things don't get reported.
I know my New Year's Eve. I'll let you know how mine went down. We should do around the horn. I was asleep by 11:30 because I watched the NBC special and I felt like I wanted to open my veins because Carson Daly was like, and here is Goo Goo Dolls. And then whoever the co-host was, some chick, she was on so much cocaine. She couldn't stop moving and she was like dancing and clapping her hands. And Carson Daly looked like he wanted to get like a piano wire and just put her out. So after watching that, the saddest ball drop I've ever seen, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, happy New Year. And there's like some there. Dude, yeah, they were in like little cages, so it looked like they were little prisoners.
Oh my god,
they were 6 feet apart. And shit.
Oh no, like 20 feet apart, and they're like in groups of like 2, and they're like, "Oh yay!" They go, and here's some first responders who are gonna celebrate. Woo! And some guy like threw confetti out, and it's just like, this is fucking lame. So after that, I just drank.
Well, then you had to watch the Mayor and his wife dance too. So
dude,
there was that.
No, it was on NBC. They didn't show it on NBC.
They didn't show it.
Wow. No, not that I saw. I was crying by that point. So, yeah. So 11:30 out. I just said, "Fuck this. Fuck 2020. I'm done with this shit." How about you, Rick?
No, I spent it with my cousin. We have kids that are similar of age, and we got there around 8:00. About 6:00, and we did like a fake countdown for the kids, like around 9. Because we want to go home.
Yeah.
It's a tight move, man.
I've done that so many times.
Dude,
it's midnight somewhere.
My cousin, like, he went all out, man. He blew up balloons. He had like a karaoke music and everything, and we did the countdown. He even had champagne for all of us,
Oh wow.
Yeah, he went all out, man. At 9:00, we did a countdown.
I bet you he's a Democrat.
No, full-fledged Republican.
Yeah, he's not.
Full-fledged Trump supporting Republican. We have a lot in common, man. Anyway.
I could tell he's lies. He's shifting that around.
No. And so anyway, we had this countdown. It was a lot of fun. We popped firecrackers outside. I had the kids hold Roman candles. That was really fun.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, it was really
Those are the best first ones. The best first firecrackers for kids are definitely like Roman candles, not black cats. Or things that can cause like physical scarring.
Or can burn your hair off. Yeah, you don't want that. So I had them hold Roman candles and they really liked it. And I personally hadn't popped firecrackers since 8th grade.
Really?
So, yeah,
really?
It's been that long.
Oh my God, it's fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. I missed it.
That sounds cool.
So we did that. And so my cousin got drunk. He got my little girl and he was like, "Hey, mija, Happy New Year."
That's awesome.
Happy New Year. I love you, mija.
Oh,
a ver qué pasa.
That's the best. That's the best whenever they do that. That's the best. I remember that so many times my whole life. I love you, mijo. You're such a good boy.
That drunk
so
uncle. His breath smells like beer, You're like,
my kid, he's stupid. You're smart.
You're smart, mija.
Let's go shoot the guns outside. Okay.
Anyway.
Mentioning, we had task force throughout Dallas and Fort Worth that were listening for gunfire.
Nice.
Oh, that's important, actually.
No. Like listening for people that are celebrating, because God, I remember that used to happen. Oh my God, you sound like fucking Iraq. Anyways, continuing on. So, Ben, how did your New Year's Eve go? Speaking of unspoken crimes and misdemeanors.
Yes. So so here we go. We'll set it off like this. So think of the year 2020 as a whole, right? So started out just like any other year, man. There were plans to start the year off normal and do the things you normally would do. And then it all went to shit. That's kind of what happened for my New Year's Eve.
Oh man.
So,
New Year's Eve.
so here's what the plan was. I had bought some fireworks, nothing crazy, but just enough for my 4 kids to have fun with, us to, make a little noise. So we got started a little, once it was dark. I had some beers in the fridge, some Modelos. I had a little bit. I had been given a bottle of tequila, so there was plenty of that left. So at most, I was going to have a couple beers, and maybe just for the celebration of it all, maybe take a little shot of tequila. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah,
and pop some fireworks with the kids out in the driveway, and then spend the rest of the evening with my wife. We had some plans of our own, but so here's what happened. We go outside, starts out fine, pop a couple firecrackers. Well, then, so my neighbor, the one I had mentioned earlier, we were having coffee with a couple days after this event. So he comes out, and mind you, they just moved, you know what I mean? They've never lived in the US before. So originally from Egypt, by way of Qatar is where they most recently live. So yeah, the whole thing of like blowing up fireworks in your neighborhood is not something that they're familiar with. So he brought the kids out like, hey, this is going to be awesome. This is great for them. So he was excited, and I was like, well, shit, that's awesome. Yeah, come hang out for sure. Like he was coming out like almost right when we started. So it was beautiful. And I had a beer in hand. He had a little cup of something. He's got 3 kids. I've got 4.
Wait. So they're Egyptian? Are they Coptic?
Yeah.
Qatar.
Yeah.
They're Coptic. Okay. So I was wondering when you said you had a little cup of something, I was like, oh, okay,
right. Not
Christian.
Muslim.
Okay.
No, they're
Okay.
Coptic. So it comes over.
And just side note, those are really fucking cool people. Every Egyptian I've ever met that was Coptic was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Everyone I've ever
Truly
met,
is
with this gentleman that's for it. They go for
this
it.
is one of those, dude, this is one of those things where like I've been knowing, like since he moved in, like we've been friendly, right? Like we've talked, but this is one of those things where it was like stepbrothers. It's like, did we just become best friends? So anyway, so he comes this later at night, dude, this is total stepbrothers mode. So he comes over, he's got a cup in hand. I've got a beer. We're doing some fire. He goes, hey, let's say, okay. So it just it goes down right away. We're blowing shit up. We're drinking. Well, then, immediately he's like, well, hey, I've got a bunch of vodka. He's like, let me go back in the house, get you he was making screwdrivers, vodka and orange juice. So I'm like, absolutely. How are you going to try? Everything was going great. So that happens. I've got, like I said, I've got that tequila, and I was, once again, my plans were to maybe have a shot or two tops.
Maybe.
So quickly, I mean, this escalates and the kids having a blast. Like that was the positive side. Like our kids are kind of overlapping. They're roughly, I think his oldest is like 8th grade. My oldest is 6th grade. So it kind of overlaps. It was a good mix of kids. So they all had fun. The 7 of them were running around. We're blowing up fireworks. So, but the drinking starts to escalate. Like it gets out of hand very fast. Just because there were so many things. Like I said, I've got beer. I'm having my son go in and get us beers, and I'm like, we're lighting fireworks. I've got the tequila. I'm like, well, let's do a shot. Like you're giving me vodka. Like I've got tequila. Like here, I'll offer you, it's like this spiral going down of like being friendly with each other. But this is like, I'm not noticing that like drinks are just going down like bang, 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 bang. And then my other neighbor comes over. He's hanging out for a little bit. We're like, blowing up fire. So it quickly escalates from like being responsible and like lighting fireworks and like, oh, everybody get away, to like we're thrown, dude. Almost, I mean, it's not this bad, but we're within like 20 or 30 minutes, we're like launching them at each other in like cars.
That's the
Roman
best.
candles. Yeah, dude, blowing stuff
That's
up
the
like
best, dude.
black cats are accidentally blowing up in my hand because I'm too like I'm lighting them, but my motor skills are starting to diminish to where like shit, dude, fireworks are blowing up all over like within feet of like
Dude,
kids.
it's like
Dude, it's so dangerous and so sketchy.
remember that
But
when,
we're having a blast. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I remember when you grab a black cat, you light it up, and you just let it go enough time, and it blows up in front of your face. But you're thankful that it didn't blow up in your hand. You know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you throw it. And,
No,
Holy
right, yeah.
shit,
So
dude,
I,
like,
I
yeah, you feel
yeah.
a blast in your face.
Big time. Yeah. No, so no injuries. That wasn't the part that got out of hand. No injuries on that front, but there were several like fireworks that blew up, whether it was black cats or like, yeah, there was a lot of like kind of shaking your hand, like, oops, ow.
How about M80s? Did you have any M80s?
I did not. I had
Okay.
had black cats, a few small projectiles and kind of on a
Nice.
larger scale. Nothing like these dudes in my neighborhood that go all out and get the 200, 300. I don't have that kind of money to spend on that shit.
Dude,
It's not worth it.
if you lived in Laredo, you can get the Mexican triangles, newspaper triangles.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
dude.
They're the palomas.
Yeah.
They're just loaded with it's dynamite basically.
Yeah.
It's low grade dynamite. That's what it is, and you put it in the asphalt and it makes a hole. It makes a pothole in the street. That's how big they are. Anyway,
Good shit though. It's good
Yeah,
shit.
well,
it's fun.
Well, I used to when I was before we moved, when I was like a young kid, like in elementary school, me and my best friend, like we literally like made our own firework. Like we would get them, we would get black cats and cut. I'm not even bullshitting.
You know what? Hold on.
We'd be, dude,
hilarious.
it would
Just
be like
the
we're working in a meth lab, like Nino Brown style, or like New Jack City. Like I would have paper be in like either one of our rooms, hundreds of black cat, like 500 or whatever.
That's fucking awesome. Dude.
Snipping the top to collect all the gunpowder. And then we knew how to like roll them into the stick and use like all the materials to use that we would like hide in our bedrooms and shit. So we would basically make like these little sticks of dynamite and go out in the woods and like
That's
blow
fucking
shit
cool,
up like
dude.
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the fact that you didn't end up becoming a Unabomber is just a testament to your like strength.
We had one of the kids who was a little more devious than us that kind of ran in our circle at the time. I say more devious. I mean, we were kind of doing the same shit. He just had like, you could just tell this kid. Yeah. Well, you could tell this kid was leading towards some really dark things in the future. You know what I mean? So he ended up blowing up. He made this, almost like a freaking pipe bomb, dude. And
Nice.
I think this is like 4th or 5th grade. I'm not even lying. And people knew about it because he kind of advertised it like, hey, after school, blah, blah, blah. And it just so happened to be kind of like right behind my house at the time. There was a small wooded area, like right behind the house I lived in at the time. And so it was like this big gathering and there was like this kind of little clearing of an area. And so it was like, yeah, 3, 2, 1, like it's going to be a event. Shit balled out. It was like a mushroom cloud. This thing was gnarly. And so anyway, there was a couple of kids that, just kind of caught wind, and mostly everybody that he told about were people he could trust that like, hey, we're going to do this and this is going to be cool. Well, you know how it works, man. People talk. So a couple of kids that weren't really, let's just say there was snitches, right? They went and they told the principal of the school. So I fully got interrogated and questioned by the assistant principal, the principal, like who was there, give me names and all that. It could be like a big deal at our school. So anyway, that's just a little history. So back to this actual story.
Go.
So shit's blowing up, dude. I'm getting hammered. Bro, I'm sending drunk texts. Like it's getting gnarly, like quick.
Drunk text.
Shit,
Yeah,
man.
brother. Like, and I'm like I said, this is where we get into
Dude.
Dangerous territory.
Yeah. So but
is the drunk text.
that's not
bro.
for that. What?
Always
It
whenever you
it
send
seems like a
drunk
good idea at the
So-
time. That's a
So
problem.
don't do.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. So
It
don't do that. Don't do that.
does,
Yeah.
no.
That led, and I won't. Honestly, I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
Continue down that branch. But here's what happened. I get so hammered that I'm coming in the house and like my kids are laughing and shit. I fell down. Like I'm falling down drunk.
Oh shit.
I don't make it to midnight. Okay. So let's just say shit went down. I didn't sleep in my own bed that night.
Yeah. You think?
Boy.
Slept on the floor.
Yeah.
But luckily, like I said, it's all I'm going to go, because there's more to the story. There's plenty more to the story, but that's not for the Skip the Noise listeners. But
No,
thank God
not.
my neighbor did. He was pretty shitty himself, but he hung on. I don't think he was throwing him back with the same ferocity that I was. But he managed to stay. He was up in midnight, so I'm glad for that. So he did get to see, because I kept telling him like, yeah, like, you know, there was you could see in the distance, like all throughout the neighborhood, people were, because our neighborhood goes really hard, and that's why I kept telling him like, dude, this is gonna be like, this is nothing. This is jack shit. It's gonna get crazy. Like at midnight, you know, you're gonna see. So anyway, he did get a little bit of footage, which he sent to me. So I was glad that
that's cool.
they made it, and he was able to see everything go down. But dude, you want to talk about
that's awesome.
So this is why I bring up the story. Okay. So I ushered in, or let's just say I exited 2020 at the end of the day, maybe in appropriate fashion, you know, maybe that's how it was supposed to go down. But New Year's Day was a pretty rough day.
I bet.
For your boy Benjamin. It was rough. Well, you know what? It was rough, but there was also some really good things too that happened that day. Good. So it's not a total loss. Like I said, I can't get into details of either the good nor the bad. But at the end of the day, I bring up that story just because, you know, things happen for a reason. I still am not, you know, I stand by my stance. That's kind of redundant, but I hold my stance of that I've mentioned on other podcasts where it's like 2021. Okay. It's this great thing. You know what? It's still going to be shitty. Not to be like a negative Nancy, but there's going to be, it's the chaos is not over. However, just make sure, man, make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you're taking care of your people. Make sure you're not making shitty decisions, because that's the part that you can control, is what you're doing, how you operate, how you interact with other people.
Don't send drunk texts to
take care. Yeah, take care of the ones you love. Yeah, don't get into that.
Ever do that.
Ritual.
Ever.
I mean, you know, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, you start thinking about what could have been.
Oh, God, no.
Hold on. Let me talk to you. How you doing?
So the problem with drunk's text is that you obviously would not send them if you were sober.
And you're obviously drunk.
That in lies the problem, is that they happen when you're fucking drunk. So, but anyway, it's a lesson. Yeah, it's a lesson in humility, a lesson in regret, a lesson in keep pressing on though. I mean, there's, like I said, at the end of the day, there was some beauty to the story. There was some positive things. And you know what? Maybe sometimes we need to get slapped in the fucking face to get to that higher vibration, man. Life doesn't look at it. Well, you know what? I will not confirm or deny that, but
you got
you're getting pretty close.
You got tinied.
It's okay, man. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
I suffered some consequences.
We probably have more men listening to this podcast who can relate to this, man.
So. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're down, fellas. Sometimes you are going to get smacked in the face, and you are the asshole. You know what I mean? There's no denying. But you know what? Be a man. I
own that shit.
Own it. For everything I did that evening, I own the shit out of it. Like I said, we're not going to get into everything I did, but we did own it here at Skip the Noise podcast. And because of that, we're going to turn this into a positive, and we're going to keep trucking, and we're going to keep doing this podcast, and we're going to try to inspire you to do the same. And throughout, the bigger message here is that 2021, it's still going to be bumpy, but you know what? we're going to keep going. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice and tidy. Everything's not going to fit. Everything's not going to fit into these nice little categories, but we're going to keep living and we're going to keep doing our best despite these circumstances. So
true that.
Anybody got any final thoughts? Anything to say before, this is the first episode of the new year.
Yeah, man.
Well, Happy New Year to you guys. Actually.
Happy New Year. Absolutely.
Happy fucking New Year, guys. Happy New Year's. I got plenty of thoughts. I'm going to have to pay next month. No,
hey, well, I guess the bet's negated if one Republican wins and one Democrat wins.
No. They're both, dude. I'm sorry. They're both gonna win. New York, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. They're gonna win by like almost 2 points apiece.
Oh wow!
Apparently, they'll.
Fraud.
Yeah. No. Okay. You know what? For everyone out there, there will be a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic House for the next 2 years at least. Because what's her name? The term for the one that Lossner is running with in Warnock.
Yep.
It's only 2 years. That term ends in 2 years.
Oh, good.
So yeah. Oh, good. So yeah, no, it's over. I think 2021, like we've already said, we had when our last podcast, is going to be one of those years. You can't depend, just because it happens. 2021 is not necessarily going to be better than 2020. And like Ben so graciously shared a story. Sometimes you have to overcome your own mistakes. You have to overcome your own hurdles. You have to kind of grow. So maybe that's what 2021 is. 2021 is that year where we all kind of have to overcome our mistakes, overcome our fears, our prejudices, our everything, and just try to be better people this year, because the world kind of has it out for everyone right now. Viruses and corruption and hatred and all this other bullshit. But all you can do is fix the shit that you can fix. So just take care of your own. And so, if half the world just took care of themselves, it would be a better world. So, go out there, go work out, kiss your kids, talk to your wife, just make your world better. And maybe that's what 2021 really is about. Who knows?
Well, what I learned in 2020, actually, it was actually a really good lesson I learned. You see, prior to the coronavirus, I would work like fucking hell. I'd work like hell, I'd work a lot, dude. And the lockdowns happened. My work transitioned to a work from home thing because I could. And because of the work from home thing, I've spent so much time with my kids now that I never would have had the virus not hit. Okay. And I get to spend so much time with them. I've grown to know them so much better. I think I've become a better dad, a better person. Oh. And so that transition, I think for me and maybe a lot of men, happened in 2020 because it just wasn't, it was, the growth and the love, and that I have for my kids, the way I got to know them better, was also mixed in with the uncertainty of the financial situation. Everybody was experiencing financial situation in 2020. At the same time, they were getting a lot of time with their kids or with their families. And it's a weird mixture. You're happy on one side, but you're worried on the other. And you learn to deal with it. So 2021 is being thankful for everything you've got. All right. Yeah. It's about self-improvement. It's about using the time you have with your kids and the free time you have now to improve yourself, not only mentally, but financially. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the year of the ox. All right. We're out of the year of the rat.
I know.
We're going to be going to the year of the ox now, which is prosperous.
Yep.
And I have a better outlook on this year. It can only get better.
No, good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Some positive shit here, guys.
Well said, gentlemen. That was great. I'm glad we did. We didn't really plan that, honestly. That just sort of happened organically.
We got some almost tear jerkers here, guys.
Yeah, I know.
We're really touching feelings and kind of, next thing you know, we can just all rub dicks and tongue kiss.
That's not so
okay. I wasn't necessarily going to steer in that direction, but
But yeah, guys.
We'll
So
see where that leads us.
So once again, guys, everyone knows, please hit us up on Facebook, Instagram. Let us know if you have any ideas about the shows. If you have any reactions to anything we say, or just leave a review. And we're gonna be here next week, guys. We're just gonna keep running this thing through, and we're
Clockwork.
building it. Yeah, like clockwork. We're building
Like
we're building the family. We're just getting bigger every week. So we thank you guys. Please just spread the word so that you can also have some friends that are either disgusted or, alleviated by some of the horrible things we say. So
exactly.
Once again,
right.
Good night. And we'll see y'all guys next week.
Hasta luego.
Bye-bye. Cool.